Okay, bro. So if you read the write-up I sent and watch this video, you will understand perfectly. I actually use pounds and USD, so I will show you where the guy actually exact the exact place the guy actually started trading. This is the place. I went to check the market. This is the exact place. It was on, I think on, was it Wednesday? Yeah, it was on Wednesday, on the 24th. The video you sent to me. This is where the guy entered multiple, and the market rises up before it later comes down, and we close over here. So let me just explain the other block. Firstly, all I need to know is know the trend of the market. Once you know the trend of the market, you will know the other block that will be strong. So right here, I know the market is now an uptrend right over here. Okay, I know the market is in an uptrend. When I draw my own trend line, it's not compulsory, it touches those angles. So I already know how to identify most things. So know that market goes up, it forms an higher high, come back, retraces, then goes up again, breaks this higher high, form another higher high, come back, retraces, make an impulsive move again, break this higher high, form another one, keep going, then come back, retraces again. So what best thing is to do is when the market started retracing, the best thing to do is catch the market from the edge of the impulsive move, like from the beginning of that impulsive move over. That is called a sniper, and that you can do that with the help of other block, a sniper entry. When the market is in an uptrend, all we only do is buy. That's the best way for people to sell. Then you have to be extraordinary in trading, you have to be pro too, or you have to see a reversal pattern. But once the market is in an uptrend, the best thing to do is to buy, and the best way to buy is buy from the edge, so you'll be able to ride the impulsive move upward. So after I know the trend of the market on 4 hours and daily, sometimes I check daily and know the trend of the market. This market has actually been trending up since last year. You can see on 4 hours too, it shows it is in an uptrend. So once I know my trend on 4 hours, then I'll come to 1 hour to check my I'll come to 1 hour to mark out my other blocks. So before I continue explaining, let me show you what other blocks are. I told you a bullish order block is the last bearish candle before an upward movement. The last bearish candle, which means the last black candle before this white up movement. Okay, you can call this one to an order block. This last black before this white up, this multiple white upward movement. This one too can be called another block. But this one, the one that begin the impulsive move, can't be strong as this one in between. So this black one is a bullish order block. This one too is also a bullish order block. But this one is much more stronger than this one. This one only appear in the middle of the market as the market keeps going up on the candles, as the candle keep going up. But this one is the last one before this market started going up. So it is obvious this one will be stronger than this one. So not to waste much of our time, I hope you know what a bullish order block is now. The last bearish candle, the last black candle before an upward movement. And also a bearish order block is the last white candle before a downward movement. So this last bullish candle before a downtrend is called a bearish order block. So this white one can be referred to as another block. This white one rather can be referred to as another block, a bearish order block. This white one too can be referred to as a bearish order block. But this one that starts it from the beginning will be much more stronger than this one, or this one that are in between. I hope you understand. I can re-explain if you don't get it. So let me continue. Since we know what our order block is, so on daily or 1 hour, we have to know the trend of the market. Then I will come down to daily and 4 hours. I will have to know the trend of the market. Then I will come down to 1 hour. So once I come back to 1 hour, also what I do most is mark out my my higher high, the last higher high. Let's say the market is right there, and the last lower low. I'll mark it out. This is the last lower low, and this is the last higher high. Okay, market comes down. This is the last higher high, and this is the last. What do they call this? Higher low or what? Yeah, higher low. So the market goes up and break. Before the market break this higher high, it is still advisable to enter a trade since you know the trend of the market. If you are unable to catch it from the beginning, it is still advisable to enter a trade. But once this this market breaks the last higher high, the best thing to do is wait for another retracement before you catch another upward movement. So let me just show you what other block do over here. If this is too long, then I have no choice, I will have to cut it. You can see, let me zoom this. You can see this black candle right over here. This is the other block that this retracement came back to test it before it goes up. Most people don't know this, sha. That's what Aboki Forest use, and a lot of people. You can see this other block. Once the market hit this box, it started going up. So the best thing, as the market start retracing over here, best thing is just set your pending order between this, or maybe at the top of this, at the edge of this, then set your stop loss below this. Then set your take profit above this, or you can keep on locking profit once the market is about to reach this stop here. You can keep on locking profit till it goes up and break the last higher high. You can see once the market tests this, it didn't even break it at all, it goes up. You see, you are risking less to catch big moves. Can you see the help of other block? It helps in risk ratio. A lot of other block has already helped me use risk ratio, like 1 ratio 35, 1 ratio 10, 1 ratio 5. Like I don't use anything below 1 ratio 3. I will have to risk maybe 10 pips to get 30 pips. I've never, even to use 1 ratio 2 sometimes, I don't feel convenient with it. I'll be like 1 ratio 2, that is not enough for me. Not to talk of 1 ratio 1, I can't even use that at all. You can see the help of other block here. When this market goes up right over here and comes down, this is the other block that the market tested over here for it to go up. You can see the last black candle before an upward movement. You can see as it touches that place, market goes up. This one, as it comes down, we see that okay, maybe we keep our eyes on this other block. Let me delete this. You know how to identify higher, higher, and higher. Maybe we keep our eyes on this other block. What happens when this market goes up and comes down here? It actually break, but it didn't break below. The market didn't close below here. It didn't close below yet, it closed above, which means this other block is still valid. But what happens in the market is just for people, it's just for them to trap people that are using 4 hours order block. The institutional traders actually use 1 hour order block. Let's go to 1 hour. We will see that this candle that comes down, it came to test one order block, invisible order block over here. I think so. It happens sometimes. I'll still show you where that guy I'll still show you where that guy traded, and the other block is actually used to trade the market. Let's come to 1 hour. Let's see why the market actually comes up. Oh, okay. Let's come to 30 minutes. Any other block below 30 minutes? I know those other blocks are not really strong. Okay, which means they actually manipulate the market over there. Okay, if I'm the one, I will have used this other block, and I'll set my stop loss below here. It will have hit my stop loss, but as I noticed that the market didn't even close above here, it started going up, I might enter again. Let's check 15 minutes. I want to know the reason for that manipulation. Okay, you can see what these stupid people do. It is called manipulation, but with that manipulation, you can see this other block right over here, this black one over here, this black one. That's the other block they came to test it. They manipulate the market. They know that it is called hidden order block. They use hidden order block over here. They don't want to use. They know some people already know the idea of their order block. So sometimes they manipulate the market and use hidden order block. So the other block they use here is 15 minutes order block. So with this other block, once you are able to know the strong one and the weak one, you can see I actually marked the last black candle before this upward movement. The last black candle right over here, before this upward movement, before it comes down upward movement. That's where it touched. That's where the market came back to test over here. You can see as it touches the place, it started going up, So they use hidden order block here actually. They don't use this 4 hours or 1 hour. They use hidden one. It came to manipulate and still the market didn't even close there and started going up. So such happens. That's what institutional traders use mostly. So with this order block, you can't 90% of your trade will actually respect the order block no matter what. Even let's see, let me delete it. Let's see. Before any other block can be broken or can be manipulated, the market will first respect it a bit. You can see this little manipulation that comes here, that they use 15-minute order block to push the market upward. Let's see. You can see right over here, once the market comes down, you can see that this candle touches here, then it goes up. We are on 4 hours time frame. So this little movement here from here to here will be 30 pips, if not much than that. From here to here will be 30 pips on its own, while some people might have even lost profits. So as the market comes down again and tests it, some might re-enter as well and catch it. So that's what order block do. So with order block is 90% accurate. What you need to know is know the strong one and the weak one. Once you are able to know the strong one and the weak one, and know when they actually want to manipulate. So if I see that, okay, this market is actually going below my order block, sometimes I remove, once I know the trend of my market, sometimes I remove my stop loss. Then I go to a lower time frame to check the order block these people actually wanted to use to manipulate this trade and push it upward. So if I go to my lower time frame and I see multiples 15-minute or 30-minute order block, I will still wait on it, like, okay, let me still wait. And most of the time I keep on waiting. Like here, if I see the manipulate over there and I go to my 1 hour, I don't use below 15 minutes. Even that 15 minutes is not really strong. Sometimes I use 15 minutes, sometimes I'll just be like, let me just close this trade. And I keep on seeing other blocks on 15 minutes here. I might keep on entering the market with small lot size. But once this you can, I told you that the last one before this upward movement are always the strongest. So once this market keeps coming down, and came to test this one and it breaks this one, then I'll close my trade at, okay, seems the trend is about to change for it to break this higher low. But no matter what, as the market breaks here and it keeps coming down, it breaks all this hidden order block right over here, 15-minute 31, and it comes here, it can't even break here. Before it break this one, it will have to push the market upward back to around this place or even this place. It will have to push this market upward to test a bearish order block before it comes down and break this lower low. I don't know, maybe you understand. It means the trend, there is a reversal. The trend is about to change. So now let's continue. So you can see other blocks helps us here. It helps right over here too. It helps here. It helps here too. They use it in the other block. Then market goes up. This one that comes down, I can tell it is an order block as well. But it will be on 1 hour. Let's check. Let's check 30 minutes. Exactly. You can see. They use it in the other block right over here too. So the more you practice, sometimes you will know the other block these people might actually want to use. You will know that I don't need to enter here. Sometimes if I see multiples other block and I notice that these ones are strong, these ones are not strong, I'll just keep on entry with small lot size, small lot size, small lot size. You can see exactly. Did you see what I'm doing here? Sorry, I'm trying to get this arrow back. You can see I'm on the lower time frame. This video is long, but the best thing is for you to get and understand. If you don't understand, I will redo the video. You can see this other block. The market comes here, as it tests it catch the impulsive move. But if we check on 1 hour, we'll just be like, this market didn't actually respect this other block, this black one. Like it comes below it's come down. But what happened? It respected the 30 minutes on. It's just so this one. So if we check maybe 15 minutes or 30 minutes, it might be other block. Now let me show you where the guy. This is exactly the place. Let me delete all this. No need to delete. Let me just move it there. So the guy that you sent me the video, this is exactly the place this guy actually trade, like the GBP USD video you sent to me. This is exactly the place the guy actually started buying I also bought last week around here, but I don't even buy at reason be say I know the market is about to change trend. I will tell you why I know the market is about to change trend. So I know that this one, as the market keeps coming down and test this other block, it will respect this other block and go up and take power from a bearish other block, then started coming down. So these movements from here, I catch is down over here, but I close the market, which I'm regretting. Why did I even close? Something that I should hold till next week Friday, because this market seems to be in a heavy downtrend, or I should keep on locking profits and see what will happen. So you can see on the 24th, if you check the video, let's come to 15 minutes. This is the other block the guy actually see. This other block. So as the market comes back, I test the other block. He set his stop loss below here. If you go and check, I think here he set his stop loss around here below here. I think once you see this hammer, he saw this hammer on another block, he knows that this market actually wants to reverse and go up. But then he catch the movements. You can see what he do over there. Let's come to 15 minutes. It shows us 15 minutes. So you can see. If you check the movement of this, you can see how it goes. That's what my guy actually used. I hope you understand the concept of order block. So I only explained this upward movement, uptrend for you. So downtrend is vice versa. You know, when I'm explaining uptrend, I'm only looking for a bearish order block, a bullish order block. Reason be say I know that a bearish order block won't be relevant because the market is in an uptrend. It will always break the bearish order block. But the bullish order block, I know that once the market is retracing and comes down to test the bullish order block, it will help in pushing up the impulsive movement. So main reason I told you, I said I know this market won't buy for long. Main reason is because on our weekly time frame, this market hits a strong bearish order block. So that's when I know that seems reversal is about to happen. Let me just show you. You can see on this our weekly, you can see this last white candle, the last bullish candle before a downward movement. You can see the power of order block, very strong. It respects, like that's what institutional traders use. You can see I did not even mark it from this white. It is only this last white I mark. From the edge I mark the stick to the wick, the shadow with the body, everything completely. You can see. So you can see exact things I'm explaining. The last the last bullish candle before this downward movement on weekly time frame. This one happened last week, last year February. So once this market goes up, an uptrend from here goes up and test here, I know that no matter what, this last one we have a strong effect on the market. This market, I'm still saying that this market, you can see this market on weekly, I'll be making an impulsive move, no retracement. So I know this one will help this market to make a retracement, a heavy retracement or a reversal. Can you see the power of order block? So I already noticed this last week. I know that okay, this thing, as it keeps going an uptrend, as this thing touches around here, I've been looking for a way to sell. But this is a weekly time frame. I can't just enter sell over here because this movement from year to year is up to like 300 pips, I think, from this year to year it started moving. So I comes down to lower time frame like 4 hours daily. I went to check other blocks too. So I went to check other blocks. So like, let me see the last white daily one. So this is the last white daily candle before a downward movement. So I marked that one out too with my arrow. Like, okay, let me use arrow right over here. And this is the one I will use for my markets. Like, okay, once this market hits here, that's when I will start selling. That's what I actually told myself. And you can see the exact place. That's where the market started selling. It goes and touches the place and started coming down. Did you understand? That's the power of order block. So what else do I need to explain? That's what else do I want to explain? So you can see once the guy actually bought right over here and the market keeps going up actually. But I know the buying won't be long. Reason be say I know this market has already tested a strong order block here, which will push this market downward heavily. So as this one actually bought, my eyes here that it will respect this order block, this white one, and started pushing down. And exact things that I did, that I thought actually happens. So this thing happens for all currencies. Don't let me say all currency, it happens for my favorite currency, Euro USD, pounds USD, pounds JPY, Euro JPY, Euro pounds, and gold. But the problem is Nasdaq. I don't understand this thing. This other block rules actually breaks the, I don't know. It is really hard to understand how this one works for Nasdaq and U30. I think Nasdaq and U30 have different ways to trade or something. I've tried it several times. I can't say I'm 60% profitable. So it is 50-50. I can make profit now, make loss now, make profit with these strategies. But for these currency pairs, I can tell you my profit to loss is 90% to 10. And especially gold, this thing actually works perfectly for gold. It respects gold. There was a time I catch 1000 pips on gold easily. I risk I risk nothing up to 50 pips to catch 1000 pips. I think I risk 20 pips here to catch 1000 pips on gold with the help of this other block. The market goes here and tests it, so you can just set your stop loss here and maybe your take profit around here. So most of the time I don't even set take profit. I'll just set my stop loss, and I see the market is in profit. I'll just lock my profit and see how the market started riding. As the market started riding, retracing, I'll bring my stop loss around here. Riding as it retraces here, my stop loss will have been around here now. Because this market is already in a downtrend, which means this bearish order block will all be relevant now. So as the market keeps coming, go up, it will test a bearish order block, comes down. Let's see, maybe this one actually tests a bearish order block. Okay, not really. So that's how order blocks works. 22 minutes. So I will send you the video. If you don't understand, then I will have to re-explain.